So setting up for a contest prep, what does that look like for me? Well, I am coaching myself this time. I have lots of supportive people around me to kind of keep me in line if I need it, which is really good. But I guess on that note, one of the struggles is when it comes to coaching yourself, it is really, really tough. Like I said, I did it for the first year. If I could have it my way, I probably would actually invest in a coach. Just to take away the stress so that I don't have to think about it. I don't need to walk into the gym and question what I'm doing. But I am going to do it this time. And I just wanted to explain to you how I'm setting it out for my 18-week preparation this year for the WBFF Fitness Diva. So the first thing I wanted to do was work out what my stage weight will be approximately. So this is called a rate of loss that we'll be determining first. So I have a starting weight and then I have an expected end weight. So I can go off what I have achieved in previous contests. However, I know that the last 12 months I've built a lot of muscle. I feel a lot thicker at the moment. I'm also carrying a lot of extra body weight. I think I'm probably sitting about 16% body fat, which is the highest I've ever been. So starting weight is 69.9, I think was the heaviest I have been over the last month or two. And then my competition weight, I'm expecting to be around 62, 63 kilos, depending. So if we look at the 18-week preparation period, my rate of loss, firstly, I have to lose, let's round it up to 7 kilos that I need to lose. 7 kilos ideally of just body fat would be awesome. But there are going to be some muscle losses during that time. It's when you're in a caloric deficit, it is very hard to maintain all of your muscle. There is probably going to be a point when you do lose some. So 7 kilos divided by the 18 weeks, we're looking at around 380 grams to 400 grams every week as far as my loss. So I know when I get on the scales each week and do my weekly check-in, I should be sitting about 400 grams down. I also have a pair of digital calipers, so I'll take a 3-point body fat test behind my tricep, on my stomach, and on my thigh. It's probably going to be a little leg heavy, considering my leg measurement's going to make up the largest number there. But that's irrelevant. As long as that number trends down, then I'm happy with that. So that's the rate of loss. So I know I need to lose 7 kilos. I'm just going to show you on the screen my kind of set targets and then how things are going to run throughout the course as far as my macros go. When I started, which was actually last week, truth be told, but so I'm doing a 19-week prep if we wanted to include last week. But today we're looking at, let's say it's the 17th, the first week. So it's 18 weeks out. It's a slow fat loss program, and you can do these programs on my online meal plan generator, and I also have options for flexible dieting coaching as well if you're interested in doing a slow fat loss coaching program. But you can see here my weight, I've checked in this morning at 68.8 kilos, and here are my macros. So if we look here, I'm starting at 160 grams of protein. I'm starting at 160 grams of carbohydrate and 50 grams of fat. So this is my starting point for me. And that's kind of where I'm at now. And I have been losing on these numbers. So what I'm going to do is probably not adjust anything too significantly for the first few weeks because I don't want to keep losing as rapidly as I have. What I'm going to show you now is kind of where I want to finish. So this is not something I usually do, but I also wanted to set some absolute minimums or ideal minimums for my contest prep. So the final week, which would be my 2 weeks out from stage, I don't want to go any lower than 115 carbs and 140. That's maintainable for me. If I'm eating anything less than this, I am chewing my arms when I get up in the morning. So that's kind of where I started, and I have worked back up from there. Now, again, this isn't necessarily going to be the way that things happen. But based on my history of dieting, I know that with these adjustments with my carbohydrates, I usually get a really good response. So you can see here every week I'm kind of tapering by say 5 to 10 grams of carbohydrates. To start off with, I'm kind of pausing for the first few weeks on that 160 mark. Then I've got 2 weeks at 155, 2 weeks at 145, 2 weeks at 135. Now, like I said, that might not happen. I might need to make some bigger adjustments. There may be weeks where I don't quite hit my numbers and I go over, so I'm going to have to drop lower in order to get a response. But this is just a projected outline for my contest preparation. Also set some estimated weights. So you can see here the date, and this column I've got some, here's like 67. By the end of this month I should be sitting around here. Another kilo within another 4 weeks. Another 4 weeks passes, another kilo. Another 4 weeks passes, another kilo, etc., etc. So this is my nutrition outline. Now guys, don't just copy this down. This is from me specifically. I know exactly how I respond and adjust because I've done so many shows now, and I know where my metabolism is. So for you, this might put you in a significant caloric deficit, and it might be way too aggressive as far as calories restricted. So you might be somebody that can maintain your current weight. Let's say you weigh 65 kilos. For me to maintain that weight, I might need to sit at, say, I don't know, 1,300 calories or 7,000 kilojoules. For you, you might be much, much higher. You might have a faster metabolism. It's just how your body is wired. So don't take my numbers and try and apply them for your contest preparation. I'm just explaining to you kind of my outline for the 18-week period, and I'm going to report back to you every week and let you know exactly how things are going for me. I'm now going to show you my training schedule for at least the next 4 weeks. So I'm going to try and update my program every 4 weeks just to keep it interesting. You could have the one program for an entire preparation if you wanted to, as long as you're increasing that volume over that period of time. Hopefully you'd want to have a program that is very well spread and making sure that it's covering all of the muscle groups. So this is my schedule until the 8th of August. So I'm starting, day 1 is an upper back and shoulders session. Day 2, glutes, hamstrings and calves. So you'll notice there's no quads in that session. Day 3 is rest if I want it. If I don't need it, I'll bring day 4 forwards and I'll do my back, arms and shoulders. Day 5 is my quads this time, and I'm doubling up on my lower body for that reason. And then day 6 is a full body. So I'll cover the individual exercise programs now for you to see. I use repetitions in reserve scale. Sometimes I'll use perceived rate of exertion, but for this program I'm using the RIR scale. So basically where you see RIR 0, I'm going to failure. Where you see like RIR 3, I'm leaving 3 reps in the tank, so it's not going to failure. So day 1 is my upper body. You can see 2 exercises I'm going to failure. The second 4 exercises I'm leaving 1 in the tank, and I'm sitting around that 12 rep range. Then I have shoulders, sitting around the 15 rep range. That's a giant set. It's my lower body day, first day of the week for lower. Focusing on my glutes, my hamstrings and my calves, no quads in this workout. Coming across day 4, so I've had a rest day in between here if I need it. If not, I'd kind of make Wednesday my back, shoulders and arms day, and then it means I'd get a rest day on the weekend. So I've switched it around. So the first day of the week I focus more on my back. This time I focus more on my shoulders, so they're getting, and I have my quads day. So focusing on some squats. This is my big lift. You can see here it's 1A, not super set with anything else. So I'm doing 8, 10, 12, 15 reps, 2 repetitions in reserve. So I'm not starting this program to failure when it comes to my squats. Maybe on my second program, I'll work towards my failure sets. I've got a leg press, lunges, leg extensions, so a lot of quad work here, and some glutes as well. Full body workout for me starts with abs usually, so I've just got a small ab circuit here. Lower body, I've just picked 2 exercises, hamstring curls and a barbell thruster. Again, I'm trying to focus more on my glutes and my hamstrings. Then I have shoulders and back. Again, I've just picked one exercise from each muscle group. And then my arms, I've got a little workout there. So if I was doing bikini, I probably wouldn't have as many arm sessions in my program. But this time, at least to start off with, I'm including, wow, it's a lot of thunder. This time around, I'm going to do 2 arm sessions. So that is my complete training program and my nutrition protocols for the first 4 weeks of my 18-week preparation. So I will be putting up my starting progress photos. These were really confronting. I do not feel very good about myself at the moment, but I know that I feel a lot better about and more comfortable with my body. As I have gotten older, I know maybe 2 years ago, there's no way I would have considered a reverse diet. You can see what week 1 looks like for me. My weight is 68.8 and my body fat percentage is around 16% at the moment based off the digital calipers. So there we have it, my starting progress photos. A little bit of body fat going on there. Stay tuned. I'm going to try and I will do a post every week with my progress. I'll talk about my macro changes if I need to update anything or make any adjustments and why. I'll talk about the concerns or any problems that I'm having with training, nutrition. If you are interested in receiving your own coaching, I offer flexible dieting with a variety of durations, so like 4 weeks, 12, 16-week flexible dieting coaching programs. I do have an online semi-custom meal plan generator on my website. I'll put the link here so that you can have a look at that. And so if you're interested in learning more, this is also an educational program, and I'll teach you about what the key things are when it comes to maintaining a lean physique. There are lots of free recipes. I'm about to bring out a new ebook, which is a ton of low-calorie or macro-friendly foods. And yeah, follow me along on Instagram. It's Holly T Baxter. My YouTube channel, which is Holly Baxter. So stay tuned, guys, and look forward to seeing you next time.